Welcome to this playlist that a lot of people would probably charge money for. In this three-part series, as you see on the screen right now, we're going through three main things. Number one, what is trading? Number two, how to take a trading signal. And number three, how to maximize profits with signals. Not a lot of people are talking about how to truly maximize the profits with the signals. So this one is important, how to really learn it. The video that you're watching right now, watch it through regardless. Video number two, if you're a good trader, a great trader from before, you probably don't need it because I'm going through how to take signals. And video number three, you should watch it to learn as much as possible. But if you're completely new to trading, let's say you have never even heard about trading before, you have never placed a trade before, the first two videos is the only thing to watch, and then you can start making money. And then afterwards, you can come back to video number three because that's a little bit more advanced. But regardless, I would recommend watching all three, and it would be repeated next time you watch it. Let me show you the real potential of trading, because as you see on the screen right now, this could be trading lifestyle. Right? For a lot of YouTubers, a lot of people on social media, this is what they reflect the trading lifestyle to be. And maybe you're following Alex G, maybe you're following TGR, maybe you're following Switzy, right? A lot of these people, some are trading and some are not. But in reality, a lot of people, they want this kind of lifestyle. But I also want to amplify that it's possible to make $30 a day, $50 a day, $100 a day. Because let's say you're trading 10 days a month, 20 days a month, and you're making $100 a day. What would $1,000 to $2,000 means to you? That is a question you should ask yourself instead of looking at the Lamborghinis and Ferraris right away. For a lot of people, this is trading reality. Trading reality is looking at the charts. It is looking long videos. For example, you can see one of TGR's YouTube series on the top left here, but a lot of struggle is involved in trading. A lot of patterns is involved in trading. It's not a lot of math, like some people think. It's a lot of numbers, it's a lot of math, but it's for sure a lot of systems. And this is, of course, if you want to be completely independent. But it is possible. For me, I've been traveling a lot for the past years because of the trading industry, and I love it myself. I was through all of the things that you're most likely been through right now, and I figured out my ways of doing it, and that's the most important. You have to find your way, but with this video series, I can promise you that you're getting closer to finding out your way. But the big question, what if it was a middle ground? More profits, but on the other side, less struggle. Would you then take that opportunity? That is the opportunity that you have already mostly signed up with because you have access to these videos. And if you haven't registered yet, make sure to ask for the full PDF to get registered for completely free. And of course, important information, investing in financial instruments, including CFDs, carries significant level of risk. You may lose your entire investment. This video is intended solely for informational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice. So, number one, what is trading? And number two, how to make money. Let's start with the incredible basics so everyone is updated. Trading is speculating in the financial markets. You can't say anything against it. No one in the retail market knows where the market is going. You have all of the different theories. You have the smart money concepts. You have the intraday traders. You have the swing traders. You have all of these kind of individual strategies in the markets. And it's not gambling if you have right risk management, but in some sense of form, trading is always risking capital to get more capital. Of course, you can trade Forex, metals, indices, stocks, crypto, commodities, futures, ETFs, and so much more. And you can go long, which means that you buy something, or you can go short, which means that you sell something. And a lot of people in the beginning, they don't understand that going short means that you don't have to own the thing before selling it. You can now bet on gold going down or the oil going down by shorting that specific commodity or metal without owning it from before. And that comes down to the contracts of difference which we are trading. So again, you have Forex, metals, stocks, and crypto, which I look at as the most user-friendly starts. You have Forex, which is currencies. You have Euro dollar, you have JPY, USD, which is the Japanese yen over the dollar. Like you have these Forex pairs, the currency pairs. For me, I think the lot sizes and also how it varies. For example, if you trade New Zealand dollar instead of euro dollar, like it is completely different with the calculation of the risk. So I think Forex is a little bit technical. When it comes to metals, it is gold and silver, which is the most traded. I would say gold is the most traded. And then you have platinum, palladium, a lot of other things as well. I think it's the simplest because it's price per quantity, like per ounce, for example, on gold. And then you have stocks such as Apple, Amazon, Tesla, Nvidia. Of course, you have much more than that as well. I think that's also is pretty simple to understand. And keep in mind, like technical, simplest and simple is not about like how simple it is to make money. It's about how simple it is to understand. For example, stocks, you see a graph go up or down. If Apple stock is at a certain price or Tesla stock is at a certain price, it means that if it goes up, you make money. If it goes down, you lose money. Of course, if you're in a long position. With Forex, it's a little bit different because you have to cut your losses. Same with metals and its stocks, it's a little bit simpler to take profits. But for me, it's a little bit harder because it's so much manipulation, it's news, it's a lot of tweets, all of that stuff. Same happens in crypto, of course, with the tweets. But here we have Bitcoin, Ethereum. A lot of people don't understand that it's over 10,000 plus more cryptocurrencies. It's not just Bitcoin and Ethereum. And made cryptocurrencies over time has been millions, right? So even though it's like 10,000 ones that have some sort of utility, it's millions of coins. And it's also hundreds of thousands of coins most likely being generated every single month. But to understand price per coin is still pretty simple. We focus a lot on metals because we genuinely think that's the simplest form of trading because of history, because of price, and because of the movement. It's a lot of action happening in metals. For example, if you look at gold over the past years, this is since 2022, if I'm not mistaken, and you can see like the graph is going up and up and up, which of course gives a lot of buying opportunities. But if you zoom in on the graph as well, you will see a lot of sell opportunities, a lot of buy opportunities. And that is why we currently are trading gold, which is XAU on the chart. So how do you make money from trading, or how do you make money from trading gold? This is a very simple example for everyone that hasn't been trading a lot before. Let's say gold right now at this date recording this video is around $4,000. If you would have watched this video around a year ago, if you could travel into the future, it would look crazy because then gold were much lower, like 2,000, 2,400. I remember placing buys on 1,800 like it was yesterday. So if you now look at gold at $4,000, should we buy or should we sell, right? That's always the question. That's like the speculativeness of trading. Like, how do we do it? Do we buy and do we sell? Right now, let's say we enter a buy, right? We enter a buy at $4,000. Let's say the trade goes up to $4,050. That means that we have made 500 pips. I'm not going to explain you how pips and lots work in this video. You can search for it, you can Google it, you can learn much more than these videos are showing, but I'm going to introduce you to the principles and concepts. Let's now say that we made 500 pips on this trade, or we made $50 per ounce of gold. That means that we now made money because we bought the market. Let's say that we would sell the market instead, and right now the price goes down to 3,950. Then we would also make money. So it's not about like, if it goes up, we win. If it goes down, we lose. If we sell and it go down, we win. If we buy and it goes up, we win. We can always win. Of course, no one is always winning, like disclaimer, but we can always win by going long or going short. Both is valid options. Actually, a fun fact, a lot of people make more money in selling the market than buying the market because it's easier to see, for example, retracement, but that's a complete different story. And there is, of course, much more to trading than this. This is just like buying and selling. It's the most simple stuff. But what if all analysis was done for you? And that's what we're trying to create here. What if it was only needed to tap a few buttons on your behalf? Like, let's imagine for a second, like, let's say we hire one of the better traders that we can find out there, and he tells you when to buy and when to sell. Keep in mind, there are no upper limits in trading. Depending on your capital, of course, you can be making $10 a day, $100 a day, $1,000 a day, $10,000 a day. There's even people making millions of dollars a week, right? And that's not, of course, possible if you deposit $300 or $500, but it is possible if you grow it over time with compound interest. A lot of people in the trading space, they're always selling the dream of like 1% a day and you see the graph go this and this and this and this, but it's very hard to be that consistent. That's why you need the rules and that's why you need the strategy. When the question comes to when to buy and when to sell, that's where we have something that's super user friendly. Because again, as we imagined, like let's say you have a trader that's incredibly profitable and he tells you when to buy and when to sell. That's where Signals comes in. As you see on your screen right now, this is a super simple example of selling gold, right? We're selling gold in between the price of 3,318 between 3,323. And this can be the easiest and simplest start of trading that there is out there, because you get the price to sell, when to sell, and you also get when to take your profit. But how do we get started with this? And that's why you're watching this video in the first place, right? First of all, you need to register your trading account and do your deposit. Most likely by watching this, you have made your trading account, and I hope you already made your deposit. Thing number 2 is, of course, to complete the video playlist, at least complete the next video as well. The third one is more advanced, so you don't have to watch it today. Maybe you can watch it in a week or a month, but you should finish them eventually. And then you need to download the apps that you need and follow the plan and never give up. So the next step is, of course, download Telegram. If you don't have Telegram, it's very easy. Download it from Google Play or App Store and make an account with your phone number. Here, all the communication will happen, the trading signals, everything will come straight to your app in Telegram. Most of you probably have Telegram from before, so then it's no problem. Reach out and you will get access to the Signal group, or make sure that you have the PDF and it's also joinable through the PDF. Also, you need an app called MetaTrader 5. This is where we execute the trades. Since you already have made your trading account, you can simply log into MetaTrader on that server. That was the simple terms of trading, and trading is by far not the simplest thing to do in the world, but by clicking buy and sell on your phone, it has one of the biggest potentials in the world. I want you to understand the rules of trading, and that's why the next videos are so important. Check out the next video on how to actually take a signal and what a signal actually is, and I'll see you in that video.